And it's cool the way this worked out because he was wandering around Toronto, wasn't he? And all of a sudden, Robbie Gordon said, hey, matey, you've got your helmet. Let's jump in. Let's go.
Yeah, we had a free truck up in Toronto, and next thing you know, Matthew Brown's over there, but it was raining up there. So he had a slower learning curve. He could take his time to get up to speed. This weekend was the first time he's been out on a dry track. You look at Sheldon Creed in cab with him, doing a little two-wheel right behind him. Robbie Gordon putting on a show as well. And but Bradley now, he came up to speed immediately on the dry track here. He loves this circuit. It's his home circuit. And put on a great show, not only for the fans, but for the family alike yesterday. And hopefully he'll be moving through the pack today as well.
Hasn't been here since 2010 where he raced a Formula Ford of all things. A little bit different to these stadium super trucks that he's behind the wheel of right now. Sits back in 8th position as Sheldon Creed leads us back down for the second half of race 2 here on the streets of Surfers Paradise.
Now Creed should be getting the green flag once they get to the second ramp. Now it's up to Creed to set the pace here as they take the green flag. Is he gonna check up on Steele? Or is he just gonna be nice and kind and get on the gas? You never know. These guys like to play tricks with one another here as they get ready to go into green here shortly.
He's got the field stacked right up. Wait for the green, here it is, and he's out of here. Leaves it standing.
And he doesn't stack him up at all. He gets right on the skinny pedal, and out he goes. Already a nice lead for Sheldon Creed as they bomb down into this hard 180 turn. Now, Robbie Gordon was not in the mix yesterday. Today he is. He's right up there. Obviously the truck is running well. He wants to be on top of the podium. As you see him smoking the tires off there, a little too much rear brake as he dives to the inside of Scotty Steele. Is he able to make that stick? He's not. Scotty stays up on front. Meanwhile, Keegan Kincaid in the 4th position watching all this action unfold right in front of him.
Now they're side by side. This is the big talking point. You've got to respect here and go back to single file. He's done that, so Gordon goes up to 2nd place now.
Just like V8 Supercar at the 100-meter marker, you must give way to the driver in front of you. Go single file till they get to that Super Chief Auto ramp.
Brett Thomas starting to come back through the field a little bit. Gordon reeling in Sheldon Creed. I like the look at Robbie Gordon here. He was late to the driver's briefing yesterday, wasn't he? And they put him rear of field. Didn't stop him, though.
No, it didn't. Had to move him all the way back in the field. It didn't make much of a difference at all. See here right now, we hop on board with the dude, Morris, with a 3rd place finish yesterday here. He's very excited about the dirt track race in Sydney next week. A true American-style stadium super truck race next Saturday on the 31st. The dude's very pumped for that. Meanwhile, you see the 47 in the blue Traxxas truck of Keegan Kincaid still hanging in there, I think, in a very close 4th as our first 4 drivers starting to check out on the rest of the pack for the second half of this race, man.
Gordon right on the back now of Creed. You got to spend some time out the dude's ranch during the week, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. What an awesome facility they have out there. And went out there, did some testing with the new drivers, and had an awful lot of fun. You see Thomas getting a little sideways off that first ramp there on the front stretch. They fight on this front stretch into the chicane. Still plenty of race left to go, but out in front, we have seen so many epic battles in between these two. If you remember in Adelaide, Matt, we had Sheldon Creed finishing the race on his roof upside down. How did that happen? It was Sheldon Creed and Robbie Gordon having one of these battles, the Creed-Gordon battle. It's been happening for 3 years now, and we're going to see it unleashed right in front of us here today, Matt.
Picking up where they left off. Brett Thomas has been given a stop-go penalty, so the 69 TFA tyre entry will have to stop at the end of pit lane. These great shots. Looking back at Robbie Gordon. From Sheldon Creed's truck.
Did you see Sheldon Creed in 3rd gear? You see his left leg moving. He's pumping the brakes to get into that turn. So what you do, these brakes get so hot and those tires are so big, you can't just step on the brakes. You're going to go right in the wall. So as you're driving, you're on the gas, you're shifting, you're steering, you got to be pumping the brake as well.
It'd be a long pedal too, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Here's Mingay, and again, just to keep it up, finding the return road down there too many times this weekend.
But we've seen that several times. Oh, and Gardner. Greg Gardner gets that Clipsal 500 truck into the wall as well. We hop back on board right now. Look at Robbie Gordon bumping Sheldon Creed saying, hey, I'm still here.
Knock, knock, who's there? So 7 laps in, Gordon's got plenty of time here still. The second half of race 2, and now the sun comes out over the top of the Surfers Paradise Street Circuit.
Now, in the past, Robbie Gordon has been a gentleman when it comes to Creed. They've gotten to the point where they've gotten to race more and more aggressively, especially as this season has gone on. I'm curious if he's going to be such a gentleman now. 2 laps left to go. didn't have a good finish for either of them yesterday. They need to finish first, either one of them, for the overall this weekend. So I'm curious to see, is Robbie Gordon going to be nice and calm in that Speed Energy truck, or is he just going to try to move Sheldon Creed out of the way? And there's a points battle. That's first and second at 2015 points right now.
And that points count this weekend too, don't they?
Points count this weekend, not just for the overall for the year, but there's points for each race. There's 4 races this weekend. Oh, Sheldon Creed, all kinds of sideways coming off that ramp, right back onto the gas mat.
No one else could do that like he does. He's given us so many frights this weekend.
It doesn't even faze the young man.
No. We must talk about that because there's a lot of teenagers in this field this weekend.
There is, and it's the teenagers that you get off the track and you ask Sheldon, hey, how about that time you landed really sideways? He's like, which time was that? I don't know. I don't really think about it. You know, but yeah, some of the older guys, they remember. And there is Bert Jenner, our winner from yesterday, round number 1, this weekend's winner. Spun around backwards now, moving the wrong direction now, I believe sitting in the 8th position. Meanwhile, out in front, Sheldon Creed and Robbie Gordon, first and second here today in this race so far. First and second, 2015 points, with just over 1 lap or 1 and change to go. So far, they've been absolute gentlemen to one another, and I'm wondering how long that is going to last.
I think Jordan just showed his nose at the top of the hairpin there coming onto the main straight. So Creed knows he's there, but probably doesn't want to look behind right now.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Mingay lands on one of the... no, that's not Mingay. Look at this. Slow motion. Whoa!
And almost piggybacked him down the Gold Coast Highway.
He certainly did.
That was Brett Thomas.
Brett Thomas landing right on the back.
That is
Look
mad.
At that save. Look at that save. Didn't even miss a beat. His foot right back in it again. As we're looking at Scotty Steele and Keegan Kincaid right now. Steele in 3rd, Kincaid in 4th. Having a great battle of their own, cleanly through the chicane. These guys,
spoke too soon, he's in, that's turned him around.
Keegan Kincaid lands sideways, getting the tires walls, grabs the gear, keeps right on going forward. Kincaid, an off-road superstar. He knows how to race physical, but he did that one all on his own. Meanwhile, that gave Brabham an opportunity to get by, and so did Morris.
Did somebody say 2 laps to go? It's just ramped up, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
So watch Kincaid here, the background spins, just tags the wall, spins it around, does 2 360s, grabs the gear and keeps on going.
Absolutely amazing. Here it is one more time. Brabham sideways, Kincaid is sideways. I'm sorry, Steele sideways, Kincaid is sideways. Oh, pretty good hit right there, but he just keeps it going, never stop moving forward.
White flag is out, so that's 1 lap to go. The white flag in Australian racing is a bit different to what we see. So 1 to go. And Creed has got a little bit of a margin here, but this is the pack I want to focus on. Morris, Brabham, and now Kincaid. After that wild 360, sits at the back of this group. Final lap.
I think, correction, that is Scotty Steele. Brabham, Scotty Steele, and Hines all in the same style truck. Those Def Leppard live trucks, that is Scotty Steele. I think we're on board right now with the dude, Scotty Steele. May possibly have helped the dude get around. It's hard to see. We didn't have the right angle there. I know they were very close. It's hard to tell exactly what happened there. But Scotty Steele moving forward. Kincaid is checking out as well. It's getting more physical as the weekend moves on. We still have 2 more races left to go yet today, or this weekend.
Not the sort of guy I'd like to be unloading because the paybacks are going to hurt either way.
Well, you know, Scotty felt as though that Morris had gotten into him yesterday. He got him in the wall. Race Control said, no, that didn't happen. What really happened, Mike, the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Oh, no!
Brabham gets around. Morris gets into him. Mingay piles in as well. Bert Jenner now joins the club. And now this is going to be a battle. These guys right here all racing for the 6th position. Meanwhile, out in front, am I surprised? Am I not? I don't know. But Creed has pulled a bit of the lead on Robbie Gordon. And not many people can do that as a checkered flag is out for the red tractor driver of Sheldon Creed, P2. That is Robbie Gordon. And as he's coming to the finish line right now, looks like that is going to be Scotty Steele. And then in P3, and then Brabham back in the wall one more time.
The front of Morris's truck. Be off the Super Chief Auto after this. Gonna hold down here. Jenner, who won yesterday just by truck length at the end. Poor old Matty Brabham was in the wars that last lap, though. This is Brabham going down off the beach. He was out of control, spun, the wall straightened him out, and watch the dude arrive on the scene here. Bang! Poor old Matty Mingay arrived on the scene with nowhere to go as well.
Nowhere to go, because Brabham was backing up, didn't leave the dude anywhere to go. Nothing he could do, didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, look at it.
Look, it looks angry.
Keeps the engine cool anyway. Bit of work to do for that team. But what a race. That was for the minor positions. Let's check out the results of race number 2. And Sheldon Creed 2 seconds ahead of Robbie Gordon in the end. Scotty Steele 3rd, Keegan Kincaid, then Paul Morris, Bert Jenner, Matty Mingay in 7th, Matt Brabham down to 8th, then Greg Gardner and Brett Thomas finishing in 10th.